Tonight, the Fox 12 Investigates team has just received new video from the day of the deadly paper mill disaster in Longview.
11 people died on May 26 when a tank ruptured at the Nippon Dynawave facility, spilling hundreds of thousands of gallons of that chemical called white liquor. The footage includes dash cam and body-worn camera video from first responders arriving at the site just a short time after the tank ruptured. Cowlitz County investigators can be seen interviewing workers about what had just happened. The footage includes a harrowing account from one worker who was directly in the path of the chemicals when that wave of white liquor rushed into the mill's break room.
All of a sudden we see liquor boiling through the door, and everybody says run. We had another individual that fell in the liquor pretty deep, and I know I could hear screaming from him looking back. He was able to actually get himself out, make it, and he got transported to the hospital.
And the Fox 12 Investigates team also received over 100 documents and photos from the aftermath of the disaster. They are digging into those documents right now. We'll have much more coming up on this soon.